Welcome to DevOps Hub. This is Sampath Shivkumar Bodeti. Hope you all are doing great. So what we are going to discuss today? Today we are going to discuss about cloud computing. So let's get started. So what is cloud computing? So cloud computing is on-demand delivery of IT services over internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. Well, what does it mean? What IT services means? IT services means nothing but compute power, storage, and network. So cloud computing enables the end user to access these IT services over internet and enable them to pay as you go model. Like how much they are using the services, they have to pay that much only. So with the help of cloud computer, user no need to maintain these servers or infrastructure on his own. So let's try to understand this thing with furthermore use cases. Like we will consider one scenario, right? So let's meet Sam. He is a startup owner. He is working on his developing one social media application, a kind of Facebook, Insta, or Twitter. So for this task, what Sam has done is he has hired some couple of developers to work on this task. So he has given specification and what sort of application he is thinking about and assigned the task to these couple of developers. So these developers work day in, day out and has come up with the application code and ultimately pushed that to GitHub. So the final code is stored in GitHub repository. So the developers have successfully built the application, tested the application, and now they have to deploy this application to make this application open to the public so that end user can access this application. So this is where Sam has to take a decision whether he want to deploy his application on premises or on cloud. So what does it mean to deploy our application on premises or deploy our application on cloud? Well, if we are deploying our application over a server which is owned and managed by us, that is nothing but on premises. If we are deploying our application on a server which we have created using one cloud provider like AWS, simply logging to management console and creating the resource kind of resource we need, like instance with the required family type, and then we have deployed our application over it. That simply means that we have deployed our application over cloud, because here the instance, we are not responsible for it and we are not managing anything about it, right? So let's try to understand. We will see both cases, like Sam deploying his application on-prem and on cloud, and what are the challenges Sam is going to face. So let's go ahead. So finally Sam has decided to go with on-prem. So what he has to do is he has figured out one place and he has purchased some server racks, because in on-premises we are the person responsible. We are the person who has to own and manage those servers. So Sam has bought some really good servers with server racks. Now what's next? So these servers are, when we bought, they need to be configured, set up. For that, Sam has to hire some technical team like administrator and networking team. So someone who manage these things, these servers, and configure these servers. So after technical team, Sam also need to hire some non-technical staff too, such as security, housekeeping, because these servers should be in very clean environment. Like if we don't maintain proper hygiene and proper take care of housekeeping, maybe some rats can come and cut the cables. So some sort of issues can occur. So a proper housekeeping should be maintained. And this is also responsibility of the person who is maintaining on-prem. So we need security persons so that unauthorized persons are not entering into the cabin, because unknowingly, if any one person has triggered or unplugged with some switches, it can really affect the production environment. Next, Sam has to take care of, make sure that a continuous power supply and internet connection is also available to his on-prem environment. And all, as you know, the on-prem, these servers need to run 24/7, 365 days, which dissipate a lot of heat So he need to install some air conditioner also in order to provide a nice environment or good environment for these servers to run, to in order to avoid the overheating problems. So ultimately, all these things lead to huge bills. So here, Sam has to invest a lot of amount, like one-time amount, like capex, capital investment. For example, he has to bought all these servers, and these servers with good specification definitely be in some lakhs. So he need to invest some lakhs of amount, which is one-time amount. And secondly, he has to give salaries to all the staff he has hired, which is monthly salaries. So this is comes under maintenance amount. So once he has to set up this environment, Sam will definitely has to spend a lot of amount from his pocket. So generally for startups to invest this much of amount in initial phase is very difficult. So this is one of the challenge of on-prem. So rather, if the SAM choose to go with on cloud, he doesn't need to go with buying all infrastructure or maintaining all this stuff. He just need to sign up an account with any of the cloud provider like AWS, Azure, JCP. Are these only cloud providers? No, there are even more cloud providers like Alibaba, IBM, Oracle. So a lot of cloud providers are there, but these three are holds majority share of market. So he can simply sign up one of the cloud provider like AWS, then sign into his account and just launch the instance and deploy his application. He just need one skillful employee who has some sort of awareness of working with AWS management console or some AWS idea. So he doesn't require all these financial things if he is going to go with cloud. So that is the difference between on-prem and cloud in terms of financial things. And one more thing, if the Sam has went with cloud, so he would have saved a lot of money which he could invest on developers, upskilling or upskilling his current team, or in hiring a good talented developers with whom he can work on his application, like developing further more advanced features. So instead of taking care of all infrastructure by his own, he can simply focus on his application and development phases if we go with cloud. So now assume that Sam has surpassed all these things. He has fulfilled all these things and set up his on-prem environment finally, and successfully deployed his application on on-prem and made his application open to the public. So once the public started using this application, so more and more public more and more traffic start coming to his on-prem account. As this application is growing familiar among the crowd, most of the people are showing interest in using this application, which eventually increasing the traffic on the on-prem. So when the traffic is increasing on on-prem, the resources such as CPU, memory are touching its limits. So Sam need to make sure that he purchase further more servers so that he can increase the compute power, storage of his on-prem servers, so that the application can handle even further more traffic without crashing. So Sam has successfully taken or upgraded his on-prem according to the traffic he is getting on his app. But this traffic is not consistent. So one day traffic is at high level, like very peak, like it must be some Sundays, weekends, festival days. And in normal days, the traffic used to cut off. So as the traffic went down, now Sam cannot return these servers, and Sam cannot stop using these servers. Even the traffic is there or not, once he has bought up these servers, he need to regularly maintain these things. So this is one more challenge. If the Sam has went with on cloud with cloud resources, he doesn't need to purchase these servers for additional traffic. He can simply enable some advanced feature like auto scaling, and so that depending upon forecasting the traffic on the application, cloud itself will scale up and scale down according to traffic, and Sam need to only pay for the amount of compute resources he has used over the time. So this is the benefit the cloud is giving when compared to on-prem. So let's assume his application went worldwide, and he has just maintaining his on-prem in his country. Now, as his application got familiar all across the world, not only just people around his country or around his on-prem, but people from different parts of the world also started using his application. As the SAM has developed some advanced features and people started knowing about these advanced features, people started liking this application, and more number of peoples, not just from one continent, different continents, started using this application. Slowly, uh, Sam has observed that people from all across the world started using his application, and a huge traffic is getting on his on-prem. So now how Sam is going to tackle this situation? Is only adding more number of servers to his on-premises will resolve this issue? Do you think so? Well, it can resolve this issue like by adding more number of compute resource, more powerful compute resource, and more number of servers. Maybe Sam can serve this traffic, but there will be some more couple of issues Sam is going to face. Example, as he is maintaining his on-prem only in his country, people far away from this on-prem is going to face a latency issue, bandwidth issue. So once the people who are far away from this on-prem started seeing some lag, seeing some delay in this application, they start getting irritated and complaining. And Sam has noticed this issue. So now what Sam has to do is either he has to set up his servers all across the world so that to decrease the latency issue, people who are very far from the servers can these traffics can be redirected to the nearby place where he has to maintain his servers. So do you think like creating his on-prem environment across the world is going to be that easy? It's definitely going to take some years, right? And do you think these end users are going to wait for Sam to establish his on-prem environment all across the region, all across the countries? No, market is very agile. The moment customers experience this delay, some other player in the market will definitely identify this issue and come up with a solution, and all this customer base is going to transfer to him, which is a huge loss for the SAM, and they cannot afford such losses after working so hard. So what Sam has to do right now? Either Sam can simply switch to any one of the cloud provider like we discussed earlier. There are some couple of cloud providers like AWS, Azure, GCP, which are holding a major share in the market. And these cloud providers are already having a worldwide coverage. That means Sam doesn't need to worry about anything. He just need to sign up with one of the cloud provider, create an account, create online resources, and that's it. It will automatically scale the application across the world within few minutes. So this is all about cloud computing. I hope you people have understood the concept, enjoyed, and I have tried to make a small comparison table of whatever topics we have discussed till now. Like if you are going with on-premises and cloud computing, what are the features? Let's see. Initial cost. As we have discussed, if you want to go with on-premises, you have to you have to invest a large amount of money, huge amount of money initially, which is not the case with cloud computing. Coming to scalability, it's not easy to scale an on-premises because you need to buy resources. But with cloud computing, it's very easy. Coming to maintenance point of view, when you are maintaining one on-premises, it's completely your responsibility to make sure everything is sorted. If any issue occurs, you are the person who is responsible for it. If you're going with cloud, you don't need to manage anything because cloud provider is going to manage all these things for you. Coming to Deployment speed, it's slow when compared to cloud computing. Resource management, like we discussed, on premises, it's all about manual things. In cloud computing, it is automated, as we are not going to be taking all those things. It's going to be automatically taken care by cloud provider in background. Like we have discussed, on premises required a lot of capital expenditure, like buying out servers, cables, like those things. Operational expenditures like salaries and all for maintaining the staff, which is like nil in case of cloud computing. We just need to pay for the resource we have used. That's it. Coming to security, disaster recovery. See, on premises, if any issue occurred, so you are the solo responsible for disaster recovery. Okay. If you don't set up those mechanisms, you are going to lose everything. But in case of cloud computing, it comes with inbuilt features. And coming to upgradation, updates and upgrades. See, mostly we deploy our servers in production level at Linux time. So forget about Linux or Windows. These are nothing but OS, operating systems, which will automatically with time they are going to get some issues. And what so over a time, these OSs will release its major and minor version, which will be focusing on uh, like security things, related things. If it has identified some security related issues, they will come sort it out and come up with newer versions. So if you are on premises, you are the person who need to manually upgrade all these things, but you are going with cloud, everything will become automated. And geographical availability, like on premises is limited to the place where you are maintaining your on-prem, but cloud, you can go to go or your application, you can scale it to global within a click of button. Like it will within few minutes you can scale to global level thing. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for staying till now. I hope you have enjoyed our session, and whatever insights you have got till now, you please share your feedback. Whatever you're feeling, I will be very happy to receive your feedback. Thank you very much.